I'm the Silver Surfer. I'm Vision. Hey, Bhagavan. 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 Turn up the brightness. Just going through my YouTube history, we're going to pull up the invocation to the Divine Mother, the feminine aspect. Sankhya Yoga philosophy states that creation, it kind of divided itself. Um, you are where the illumination happens. You are the existence. The existence is you, and you are the existence. So get busy creating. Be right back. Pushing on the first chakra a little bit this morning. Putting a little tension in my hands. Once I have that, I'm feeling that Om resonance. We don't feel Om resonance in Kriya Yoga, but that's, I'm mixing my yogas. I'm sprinkle your yoga modules. Sprinkle your day with the different yoga modules. You can interlace them however you like. Make it yours. Kriya Yoga is amazing because you make it yours. Let's go up a little bit more though. Let's go. Second chakra, a little push, little push. A little push in the third chakra, just a little bit. Yeah, a little push on the heart chakra. Yes. Feeling. Driving my sense of tracing, driving, and tracing, and driving, and tracing. Feeling, feeling. It's essential with Kriya Yoga. Feeling. Feeling is essential. Hari Hari Ananda. Bowing to the great Kriya Yoga masters. Boom. Short breath. Boom. Ha. Brahma is the creator, creator Lord. So Brahmanandam Parama Sukadam Kevalam Jnanam Murtim Anvartitam Gagana Sahadrisham Tatvamasya Ilaksham Ekam Nitya Vimala Achalam Sarvade Sakshi Bhutam Sarvatitam Vikarahita Sadguru Swam Namah full of bliss, giving joy and sense of higher knowledge, the abode to all no more clear as the heaven, no to all as thou art vast. He is pure, permanent, unmoving, the everlasting seer of all, far, far beyond abilities and thought. Guru Lord, I bow to thee. In the thought in the thought by my Carrying that golden thread throughout our day. Feeling the spine, watching the breath, stay still. What was the thing that take me to work? I like him. I like my dad. He's fucked up. I'm gonna regret making eye contact. I did the last two. I did the last two times I regretted making eye contact. Well, I regret making eye contact today. Today I felt strong. I think I might have finally beat him. Thank you for sharing, Mark. Thank you for letting me share the details of mine. Thanks. Joy, 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 ever new, joy, joy. Oh my God, you guys won't believe what just happened. I'm walking next to the road. I'm in my yard. I hear a honk behind me. I do not turn because I know who it is. And soon enough, and I did take note of the speed, but you know how, like, you don't tell your conscious, like, you're, I don't know how it is for you guys with the echolali and stuff. I got to watch what I put into words for me. When I put it into words, how it gets put into words can be skewed by my emotional states. And so I don't think I've fully processed how quickly it was that I heard a second honk. Not quickly, but like I heard a honk. I took another couple of steps. Third step, fourth step, on that fourth step, I hear another honk, and it's a lot closer. And then I take another step and slowly turn, right? I'm taking another step and I'm slowly turning. I'm actually walking. And I'm actually not the most, I don't know why this matters. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I could have easily fallen into I was walking over. I turned slowly and he pulled up so fast and I was still walking and I was walking close to him. Like he pulled up right at the edge of the road and I was at the edge of my yard. What I thought was at the edge of my yard to be safe, right? So I mean, I was safe. I guess that's the moral of the story. I did what I thought was safe. Oh man, what does that mean for me? Like I get to go in and I get to ask these questions in my shadow work. Recovery from narcissistic abuse. No, I hurt somewhere. I already feel it.
Love is
I
true.
don't like it.
I can play an instrument, not well, but I can figure out how to make it make sound. That's all it takes. It's true. Divine unresting, and yes, moral support is the key. It's interesting to see. My D's are apparently clean. Coming out of my own voice. Better. I don't know if I want the air conditioner on right now. That shouldn't stay on for long. But it's outputting a constant E. Are vocal cords an instrument? Yeah, of course. Of course, your vocal cords are an instrument. They can make music after all. And you do play them. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then turn that aircon off.
My dad wanted me to be strong. Is who he named to me after.
Um,
Mm.
it should stop in a moment. Can I make it go faster? I'm sure the instruction will be sent any second now. Eric the Red. Nice. You feel like you are strong? Oh, het jou nommer verander. Ons WhatsApps gaan nie meer deur nie. My phone met my WhatsApps op is, my ou WhatsApps op is dood. And I think
I'm doing my best to feel.
my pa het my nommer ge, laat gaan. So ek weet nie of daai WhatsApps actually weer gaan nie. Interesting. Good. I taught myself the ukulele, and I'm 100% sure I played incorrectly. but it works for my purpose. That's all that matters.
Good as the
Can you put a
mantra.
guitar pickup next to your throat and make noises through the amp? You can't do that. You can, yeah. You can just like, and you can have it amplified. Ruben, I can't read every count, but I'm picking up correctly. He's got a new number. When he came to the States, it's true. And the other phone is not operational right now. I do think I need to use it for something though. It's actually wild. Someone just hit the rewind button. Now, I'm doing my best to feel. There you go, bro. You're on the right track. He used to sing. All right, we got some quiet again.
Hit up that phone number, dude. You can talk to me anytime, kind of figure out what's going on. If it, you know what I mean? You know, if you hit up the phone number, the phone order prices are a little better. Like you can get an ounce of shatter for 110. Ounce batter samplers for 110. Or as soon as I get in the next shipment of batter or sugar.
Hello, little brother.
Flavor ounces, only $90. That Walter White. I'll see you next week on the same tip, huh? Yeah. Alright, y'all want to see this shit? Hold on, I gotta get this.
That Kim Dog was really nice. What is You know what, Stone? Not only is that Kim Dog really nice,
Kim Dog's my favorite out of those.
not only does it have good flavor, it's pretty smooth. You know?
Yeah. Alright, y'all want to see this shit? I'm telling you, I opened it a couple weeks ago and it was ridiculous.
Jesus.
That's actually almost filled up to the top in the back. It's almost filled up to the top part of the glass, dude. Look at the back of it. Oh my god, dude.
I told you, this ain't no joke, dog. I had it open because I knew how bad it was and I didn't want to deal with it. But then just scraped off the bottom.
Eat it.
Need to heat it up a little bit. I don't know what the course, probably just do like hot alcohol.
That's a good looking reclaim though, ain't it?
Yeah.
That might be reclaim off the whole face, I'm not sure.
Yeah, just kind of like pull. Not at the moment, Bunga.
sound good. Still in the D. Getting there slowly but surely. This is definitely working better than the other one. So. Thank you, Chris. So going toward awareness. Here we go. Good E. It's a little bit dreamy. But we got E. So it's like your man. That's it. We'll try to see. Yeah, maybe you guys can see the States, operational stuff. Maybe he's coming to the States soon. We also get back. Oh yeah. Ironically, donate them to this guy. I wonder if I can see the transaction when they come. Like I was doing like a transcendental meditation. So, okay. Yeah, look at that. Like, there he is. He's in my vehicle. I'm like actually better than my vehicle. So yeah, I have the communication center triangles. He does have cool stuff. There is no separation after all, right? It's nice that you're connecting that way. That's true. I don't know what he has to do. I'm pretty sure how he is. Yeah, he's from the UK. That might be a little bit of an added, barrier to entry, but he will come here eventually. There we go. We got C. We got E. Now we need a G. Hey, already G. B. What could be? Could be a little bit longer.
Be all that you can be in the army.
And then we need a D. This is the one that's so unusual. This one's gonna be like an E or something. A C. Yeah, I knew it was out of June. too much of a D. Not to see again.
Glendale, Peoria, Phoenix, not Phoenix. Yeah. You grew a TF for it? Dude, that's fucking cool, man. Like, that shit was, I remember, like, this was
You can tune a kalimba, but can you tune a fish? I'm gonna tune a fish very soon, actually, no joke. Me and Joe got a deal on a bunch of tuna fish, and we bought way more tuna fish.
dime. We do have dispos. We have, we had the boutique switches, and now we have Ivies. That's what I'm saying now, man. Oh, yeah, peach ice. See, here's the deal. I am scared of anything ice now. I got some shitty distillate like one time, and it was like blue. It was like blue ice, raspberry. I was something, and it was like menthol. It was some whack ass shit, but it was like actually menthol, like cold. And ever since then, I'm scared of anything that's fucking flavored ice. I'm like, I don't want anything that fucking is gonna make taste like menthol. Nothing. Yeah, if I pulled the hair back, I definitely look like fat old Steve. It's iced tea. See, that's the thing. Like that's what one shitty place, man. Like it's all best rapper.
What?
students get a Walmart Plus membership for $6.47 a month.
What are you talking
And
about?
we're not like other services.
What are you talking about? Hi, Jay. Make some tea today, maybe. Oh, that was good. That was a good sip of water. Oh, how good is honey water? Oh. That's working. Gotta feed the Brita. Today we will eat well, rest well, smile and laugh, making room for making the sacrifice, making the trek, eating the bitter pill. The pilgrimage. That's the last of the tranquility tea.
play this instrument actually. Try. We're gonna play this instrument actually. Do or do not. There is no try, they say. Must stuff. I am technically stuck. This is me back and shoot because it was sounding not right. Sounds really good.
Oh, hello.
Compliment for the day. Thank you, Mojo. One of these days.
Dylan Thomas.
Apparently, it's only gonna be Mojo.
My
I've legit been obsessed with that Battlefield inbox, and I saw that even if I did have $500 to go around right now, I won't be getting one of those until like,
White pants once again on stand. Oh, thank you, mother.
hey, buddy,
Mothers.
welcome back. Hello.
Mothers,
We can now have
don't
a
let your baby's pants get a stain.
I've spent way more time than I anticipated tuning this little instrument, and now I'm going to spend some time actually playing it. Sounds like it could be.
You think my kitchen's nice?
Sounds really good.
I know. Dylan Thomas,
I'm gonna
D
go to school on
I
this. It's like,
L
oh,
L
this, oh,
I
But
O
you chose to
N
change my tones
T.
live.
That's what we do here in this live
I'm a
stream.
star guy, nice. Get it.
We're autistic.
All right.
We're stimming and chatting,
There's
and
nothing but to be.
thank you for being here. I haven't had my vape yet, or I'm making the last of my Tranquility tea blend is brewing. This is my friend Meltmore. He's also live on the live stream. Oh, yeah. He actually knows how to play. I only know how to noodle, but maybe I can rap a little better than him. Oh, yeah. I know his timings. He's from South Africa, and now he's in the States. He's looking the most sad I've ever seen. In October, he started clamping down,
No ideas.
and
Not drinking enough, not enough.
I had to say something. I said something last week, which he sent me a voicemail response, and I'm like, look, I don't buy your cognitive empathy. I'm just letting you know you're doing masking. I see you, and autistic masking and autistic catatonia are serious issues. We clamp down, we get into regressions, we lose our skills. Actually, it's so crazy how people don't know what it's like being autistic. You have anybody in your life it's fun. I'm old now. Nothing surprises me anymore in this life, in this world. What is this? Ray of sunshine hitting my soul. Feels good. Yes. Happy Monday in June.
You can tune your instrument, but it doesn't mean your strings will ring out.
Family is crazy. You have any family? Yeah, family's crazy. Doesn't matter how you label them. I label them as crazy. That's my take. That's my my mores. My cultural I'm a Cajun. We're known to be loud. We're known to hold grudges. We're known, our women are known to be however they are. Like, some people have the impression like we're like controlling our women or whatever. Like they have to be quiet. Some Cajun women are very quiet. Some Cajun women are very loud. Like anywhere else. Like no, we're good at barking. The Cajun war cry is "Hey!" What other culture do you know that has like a war cry? But anyway, we like barking over each other, talking over each other. There's a shipyard in my. Up from the bayou, salt in my blood all the way. I'm not related to the Boudreaux or the Thibodeaux. I'll tell you. I'm related to the Danos and the Calais. Okay, it's my part of the Cajun tribe. I claim I'm a human being. I'm a human and I need to be loved. This is me recover, and this is me, after burnout, after a lot of narcissistic abuse. This is what you get. This is what happens. It's a lot. It's a lot of trauma. Thank you for listening. You seem like a real boy. Are you a real boy, Pinocchio? I'm intuitive. I'm a feeler. It is freaking hot outside. You know that and you hate it. The reason you're here, if you didn't know, you're autistic, Dylan Thomas. I start calling people names. That's not right. That's judgment. No. I'm just playing with you. Yeah, that's Melbourne. That's my thing. I make my life.
This is Dino. This driving me crazy. Hello, Matt. Welcome back, dear friend. It's not ringing out.
I told you I'm intuitive.
Ah, it's my fault. When I put this microphone on my kalimba, somehow it mutes just my D note.
You respond. The reason I knew that is because how you responded to this audio.
Maybe I have to.
I play these biofrequencies.
On the back of this thing or something. Maybe I
They support my occult spiritual powers. I have this going in the ambiance. My ambiance is pretty clear right now, pretty good. If you wanted to send me a psychic message. But yeah, this is the one we were playing for food intolerances, supporting digestion and internal and intestinal balance.
Max Payne playthrough.
I like frequencies.
Slip right off there. Just definitely not gonna work.
Yeah, you
there.
put in chat. There's no one in the chat except me.
Tricks. I got techniques.
When you put there's no one, I'll tell you my reaction. When you put there's no one in the chat except me, after you put wow, nice kitchen, I appreciate that compliment so much. By the way, I'll let that sink in over here. After you said that, and then you said there's no one in the chat but me, except me.
We're playing some kalimba today. We tuned it.
I didn't have any expectations of you after that. Like, after that comment, that was like, I'm accepting of this guy. I had that feeling of like, that was a period at the end of a thought. That wasn't a statement about, it didn't seem to be a driven, cognitively driven text. it seemed to be a text driven by like the situation that you were seeing. Autistic people have this in one eye, out the same eye kind of communication styles. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably not making sense at all. I don't know what I mean. I will teach you my yoga. Yoga fire. Melt. I'm chuffed to bits to see you. I'm over here on the moon. Good morning, Net. Great music. I'm happy you're happy. I'm gonna put Melt down. He's a heavy guy. I don't know if you buy any of that stuff. What's the best apple? I heard on a YouTube short yesterday. This is real. This is the true story of my life. I heard on a YouTube short yesterday that Honeycrisp was the best apple. It's a pretty good apple. I'm gonna get into something. Do you ever watch Caesar Milan? Yeah. And since I started meditating, I'm turning the wheel. Yeah, I'm looking at Caesar Milan in my inner vision. I'm hearing his voice. He's fun. I'm the dog guy. Yeah. I haven't been watching him lately. He's still doing it, huh? Take 1 minute at a time. My voice just cracked. Take these broken wings. I'm making myself laugh, but then at the same time, life requires us to do shit. A lot of people think he's abusive to dogs. I know. I know. I know. Dogs and people need to. I love that so much that you said that. It's like with autistic people. I mean, like everybody has to learn. I'm 47 now, so like keep that in mind when I'm saying the perspective that I have gathered is one that's informed by my past experiences and of being confused in social situations and not knowing where I fit in. So it's a lot like how a dog can get into. I mean, I'm seeing patterns of abuse. It's not a. I'm glad we could talk about these things, and we need to take action. We listen to children. We listen to women. It's going to take a while for us to wrap our heads around if we've been conditioned. Wrap our heads around racism. Still, wrap our heads around childism. So on this channel, I like to say you're free to express negative opinions. Listen to women. I like to say a few things. 18 or older to be on this YouTube channel. I get to say that. Thank you, YouTube. We are going to go far, me and YouTube. I gave eye contact to my dad earlier, and I regretted the last 2 times I did it. I'm not feeling too good. I got sick when I took the COVID vaccine. It made me really sick. It made me really sick. Well, but that's not who I am. Nope. Nope. Yep, this is a space. Happy to open it. Angels. Let me see if I can. I can explain. I can explain. Yo, you made it into heaven. You don't have to feel guilty anymore. No shame in heaven. You're exiting the shame systems. Yeah. Learning to touch my adrenals with the soft touch. Slow activation. Good morning, my buddy. I love you. I love you, my brain buddy. Yeah, if you say he's a cool guy, and I've never seen him. When I look in his eyes, I don't see a man that's intending to hurt dogs. Or, I mean, obviously, if you spit that, I mean, come on. I mean, it's pretty. I think you're gonna see that with any celebrity. You're gonna see people try to take them down and try to take them down hard. And these people like own other people, like they own people. Like slavery is alive and well. When people can campaign so much, right? It's endless campaigning. That's what you see in the world. I'm from the 90s. You can't tell me the 90s didn't happen. I have to go. I needed that apple fuel. Mm. Mm. This is what I was jamming on. This is a concept from out of Africa. They would carve into logs these U shapes. I think the rain stopped, and I think I got to go cut my grass. But before I go, yeah, it messes with me. That guy fucks with me too much. Like, guys, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I know what's happening here. I don't like that he has to. Ew, ew. I don't want to think about this. Ew, fuck that guy. This is my space, security. This is my space, love. Bring out. Like, thinking free thoughts over here. That's what we do. Ah. Oh. Yeah, and clutter. I do make a clutter. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this going. I'm going out. See what's up. The sky will be up. I'm gonna let the ground dry up some more. Let the ground dry up some more. We're gonna read a poem. Thinking about love and security. You wanna give me a page number? You wanna do a fun one? Give me a page number 666. This only goes up to 539. Life is play for one who is absolute balance. Life is play for one who is absolute balance.
The reason for life, the universe, and everything. You freaking will get the answer 42. You won't understand. You won't understand. I have done enough in my soon to be 33 years that I am totally unattached. There it is. To how the rest of my life goes. Seems pointless. Not in a sad way, just in a matter of fact. Ozymandias, yes. Look upon my greatness and shudder, or something like that, right? Look upon my works and feel inept, and then there's nothing. Nothing. You are an amazing man. Thanks. I appreciate the love, man. Heart is for pumping blood. Your heart literally has neurons in it. Literally. Right? Like, no jokes. Your heart literally has the ability to process information. Right? The teacher would say that the point of life is living it. It is a short poem. You should read it on here. Yeah. Yeah. And despair. There it is. Yes. Look upon my works and despair. And then there's just like desert wasteland, like a statue half broken. Exactly, Don Buffalo. You know, find something to find something to put your money towards, right? I of course bias, extreme bias. Like, hey, if you don't feel like there's any purpose in what you're doing, you can support this community, and you can watch it literally transform based on your inputs, right? That's a cut.
Dillian?
Right? You do have
Dylan?
influence now on Buffalo, and I do look forward to growing
Doily.
because I do believe that 7 years from now, when you're turning 40, there will be
Thomas?
interesting things to look forward to.
Have a great day.
Right? We don't have to make a impact in the world to then like flex on all those that will come after us. We can just have an impact on each other, right? And we will get to see that ourselves. We don't have to wait. We won't have to take millions of years. It'll just be a matter of fact. We have made a difference in each other's lives at the very least. So I won't understand. That's good to understand because reasons. Yeah, Dream Tooth. Like if you look at human history, humans have been asking that question for our entire history, right? And I think even if we were given a very concrete answer, the reason for life is for your soul to grow, right? We'll be like, grow towards what? Grow where? Grow when? Grow how much? Grow when? Right? So we'll be again lost in the questions. So it doesn't help to try and understand the reason for life. It might help to understand what brings you reason, right? What gives you a reason to wake up in the morning, right? For me personally, it's community. Like this thing that we're building, I look forward to watching what it continues to become.
Bro, that ship has failed. You know what we do with our. First of all, I was questioning my vulnerability in the sea of the deepest vulnerability ever. Not like, oh, I'm the average person.
Oh, fuck. Oh. I told you you're probably going to cough your balls off too. Remember, I said you're probably getting even more ripped. Because it was probably like hitting a pin there. You can't tell me you were getting like, I mean, you're probably getting airflow. You couldn't be getting airflow with that much fucking resonance. There's no way.
Barely by the end of it, dude, I was having to like, so I got a headache just to get enough to get like a little bit of throw through. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty bad there.
That's so stupid. You don't do that.
I feel that hip anymore. Yeah, I'll send you a link. You can be on here too much longer, probably. I'll send you a link. You gotta go to the pool with it. Don't you? It's already young. I got
Yeah. Yeah.
Store, man. What up, Green Tooth? What the word, bird?
I remember by coincidence.
Yeah.
What's up, Green?
Taking my first photos of the day.
Cousins were there back when. Kid. Oh, you're fixing to come in here and do your shit.
Dude, that one dab just fucked me up already.
I still have one more load to do. Right now, you can't even swim. Your fucking swim system's dry. Alright, kid. Clothes are ready for you to come and get. Yeah, that's why you need one of those, or put your shirts in one of those drawers or something, because you can't keep them in that little chair thing. No, you don't. You can put them on top if nothing else. That's why I have them. That's why I have multiple things. I am not grabbing your shit. Not only am I not grabbing it for you, but you're also going to go in and oh, you need a mocha. But you're also going to go in and get your clothes. No, you don't think that that's fun for you. Guess what? You want to go swimming, you're going to. Swimming's coming up pretty soon, so if all of it doesn't get done, we ain't going swimming. What up, Jeffrey? Yeah, Jeffrey? What up, Jeffrey? He probably has Good answer is cow. Dude, I think that's exactly how you know you.
Oh! Fuck.
I went to rip that thing and it barely fucking took.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. These things last so long. That's another thing I'll say about those Ivies is they last so long. They battery.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here, troopers. Synchronized swimmer. You heard right, dude.
I'll put it to you like this: for a fat dude, I can swim about as far as you think. You know, I have really good form, if you could imagine. You know what I mean? If you see me pull, you can imagine I have really good form when I swim. I just don't have the endurance to do it very well. You know?
Hey, when I was a kid, they was always trying to get me to, like, they wouldn't let me play any sports that I wanted to do, but they made me be on the swim team for a short period of time, and I was a minute, dog. But it turns out that I'm a hell of a freestyle swimmer, which means just swim like a motherfucker, however. You know what I mean? Get there. Pretty much the hand over hand thing, you know what I mean? It's just hand over hand. That's freestyle. But you don't really have to have any form. You don't have to. Nothing has to be right. You just gotta fucking get there the fastest. I was bad at that, but they just
You have
didn't
to
get me
flip
to do
and
anything
roll
else.
and come back. That was my
Yeah, I
favorite. Like flip and
I
turn.
could do the flip and roll real good too. That fucking poof, right off the wall, but get half the pool and come back up getting it. I hated it, but I was pretty good at it. I say any of that other shit, I suck. Any of that, like do the breaststroke, the backstroke, the this, the that. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I fucking sucked at all of that. But when they said just fucking get to the end of the pool, I was whooping it.
You know what I really like to do is just get in the pool and lay on my back and stare at the clouds until I fall asleep and suck water in, and I'm like, ah. I do that ocean too.
I kind of swim like I fight. You know what I mean? It looked really fucking unorthodox and shitty, but I get to the end of the pool regardless. You know what I mean?
They have the manscaping world. That's the only reason I joined. Like the idea of being hairless.
Hey, dude, I'll never forget. Like I said, I was on like that swim team thing, and one time my brother was there, and I usually didn't go in like the changing room thing because there wasn't no need. You're a little boy, you know what I mean? Get out of the pool, you all have by the time you made it in the car, your shorts are dry anyway. If I'm getting the truck, but we had to go do something, so I had to change. My brother took me in there, and there was just a bunch of hairless motherfuckers in there, dog, with their dick swinging. I remember being little, being like, "That's what they do in here." You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Just walk in there, and there's a bunch of naked dudes with no hair on them, dude. Bunch of swimmers, you know what I mean?
I was ready to take a thumb.
I remember I looked my brother was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it. Just don't look at their dicks and let's go get changed." I said, "What the fuck?" And don't worry about it. Just don't look at their dicks and we'll go get changed, dude. I was like, "Fuck that. All right."
Yeah. Don't look at the dinosaurs or they're going to ask you to do breaststrokes, and you know what that means.
You know what I mean? I was too little. That was when I learned lots of room etiquette. You know what I mean? Don't look at the dick. Keep it moving.
What about this one over here, this black one? Can we use this one?
Your clothes. My dad is very fuck.
Polls closed for thunderstorms. 16 minutes. That's what your mom just said.
Hey, it don't happen. You never know what the fuck we're gonna say over here. We're a little dangerous to have on speakerphone. No, puppet. I'm gonna string. I'm gonna do like vibrant. And have we can hear people through Evan watches us all the time. We just stay in his iPhones or whatever. Right.
Okay, I did. I remember when we first moved in, we had that mouse I killed. They can't come through the fucking patch. You're gonna hear about all sorts of things. Animal dinguses, all sorts of things. Not really true because you quit.
Yeah, this is fuck. I'll get a shower on stream. I just put the phone in one day.
Stop. It fucking puts water everywhere. This is misty. You don't understand. That shit still falls down. It doesn't dissipate into the air. It's not fucking smoke. It's water. But when you miss, you're getting everything in the fucking area wet. I'm gonna throw this fucking water bottle out of the why she got this. Well, you're not that. Fuck, go in there in the bathroom and spray it.
So,
Hey, shit. What do you want your shirts at, man? You gotta go in there and figure out where you want your shirts. That's where the fucking fixing to go. No. Here. There. Put that on the phone.
yeah, I can't go to the pool now. Or?
No, put them in a drawer so they don't fall, so you know where they're at. You can't put them in there. I just made that black one. There's 2 inky ones. I would suggest using one of those. Because you're going to need another one for your dresses and stuff. You know what I mean? Well, when someone did that, I was going to say put them in that, but I don't want that to fall on you. We're going to find you, yeah, you're looking at hold them for you. Yeah.
Hey, Vibrant. You know how some dumb dudes like geographically that remember when we go and sit with those smoking guys did?
Yeah.
That whole time I thought Oklahoma was like where Wyoming is.
Alright,
I thought Oklahoma was like up there high in the west. You know what I mean?
I can put the other one over there out. Right here. You thought it was
I had to go like way up there. But Oklahoma's not quite that far.
I think Oklahoma is like it's like I used to drive through it when I would come from the east and the west. I think it's like
by Texas, right?
Above Texas.
It's above Texas, man. Somewhere right there, yeah. But I didn't realize that. Fabian told me. Because I was like, dude, that's just fucking way off, ain't it? And he was like, nah, man. Because he was like, I didn't much farther than Tennessee. And I was like, fucking, what are you talking about? And he's like, no, you're talking about Wyoming. I was like, oh, I'm retarded.
Yeah, Oklahoma is like. I used to have to drive through. That was another one I think where you didn't. Back in the day, it was like you didn't want to get in trouble there either, you know. So, but I think it's loosened up. He used to go and get pretty good shit for those disc boats, wasn't he? He was getting easy.
Yeah, they had rent. I mean, it was, you know, he was getting most of the money, but the prices were fucking good out there, dude. Real fucking good. Get 39 days. I've always been scared to go to Texas because I know me, and I know me going to Texas is how I'm going to catch my federal charge. You know what I mean? Man, look, just I know me because that car comes back way heavier than that bitch went. You know what I'm saying? Just I ain't fucking around. I go off to Texas. You know what I mean? I'm trying to meet a man in a fucking with a horse race on his shirt, a big Stetson, and fucking roach stompers, dog, and fucking creases in his cowboy cut Wrangler. That's the motherfucker I'm trying to find. You know what I'm saying?
He got dressed.
Yeah.
Oh, and a couple in underwear. Wait, underwear on top. Stop. There's underwear on top. You need to put the underwear in the right drawer. Listen to me. On top of that, there's underwear.
I had an opportunity one time. I used to deal with this old lady. She's like an old lady, but she wasn't nobody to fuck with, dog. I made her find that I've known fucking like 3 people disappearing because of her when I know that bitch. That bitch was fucking me. But he wanted me to go. He wanted me to go to Texas and drive back. And it was during that short period when I had a driver's license. And she wanted me to go down there and come back. And I almost did it, though. I was going to do it. Actually, I ended up fucking making Jasper right around that time and didn't do it. But dude, there's a mean lick you made if you want to make that trip.
Father ring. Penguin.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
I used to, dude, for the first like 15 years of my life, I didn't wear any, maybe 6, I had like 15 years, maybe 16. I didn't wear nothing but dusted rain and t-shirts and fucking stuff days a week. But then I realized that that shit's pretty uncomfortable for no reason. I mean, you end up getting comfortable with it, but then once I found out about socks and flies and basketball shorts, I never looked back. I didn't know that shit existed until I was older. That's all you can buy was like, had to go to the cow gap.
I'll still take you up there. Yeah, but you ain't gonna go with you want to. As long as it's rain for an hour. Well, he said the pool was closed, but I know
Yeah,
that's
to that extent.
where I went. Yeah, I mean.
Hey, my whole thing is, fucking, I grew up around that shit. Dude, I don't know what everybody's so fucking scared of, because I grew up around that shit. My homeboy was like, I've lived with him for years, fucking, in the trailer. You know what I mean? A kid, like, you know what I mean? When I got kicked out of the house for a time, I was like 16, I stayed with him for a couple months, stayed with him for shit. Like, you know what I mean? I was always fucking sleep on in their yard or on their couch, any fucking thing. But, his mom was with Jose, which was like legit. When she first met Jose, he didn't speak no English. Motherfucker, this guy here, you know what I mean? He came over here with 2 big army book bags on his back, and he would tell us about like when he came across the river, it just went up, and then it come back down, and then there was babies and shit dead in the river, and fucking people hung on fucking sticks and shit, and like legit, you know what I mean? Well, it came to a point where Jose was married in Mexico, and he was trying to marry Janet here so he could get fucking legal. But he couldn't marry her here while he was married in Mexico. Lisa, who also lived in the same house, went about 2 trailers down and used their phone to call and report that motherfucker. They came and picked Jose up and fucking deported him back to Mexico. He got his divorce, got another 2 book bags, and came the fuck back, and Janet picked him up in Texas. Like, fucking, you know what I mean? I know it ain't hard for y'all motherfuckers to get back. Like, I don't think it's a big deal, really. Like, you know what I mean? Because, dude, legit, he had her call on him so he could get a free ride back. And then once he got there, he just deal he had to do walking back across Texas with the dope. He got a payday and got brought back home. Dude, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Yeah, dude, like I say, you speak English good as shit, you would, you know what I mean? I've been told I would probably make it in Mexico, because I always felt the same way. I was like, dude, they're gonna fucking, you know what I mean? They're gonna use me for a little while and knock me off. Like, no, you might fucking make it down there. Like, I've had fucking from Mexico, family in Mexico, you know what I mean? Families that are referred to as things that start with a C and shit. And, oh, well, it's no worse than I almost got to see, you know what I mean? I kind of could, but while I could. That shit was wild out here. But they're like, no, this you make it out there.
The inward, listen to these words from Affirmations for Self-Healing by Swami Kriyananda. This week is on service. Service is ennobling. It is a way of offering our human littleness into the great reality that is God. Service should not be given with the thought that one is serving people merely. It should be given with an inward consciousness to the Lord who resides in all creatures. When we serve others in this spirit, we find our own spirits becoming freed from egotism. Peace then fills us in the realization that there isn't anyone with whom we need compete. What joy to think that we belong to God. We'll now practice the affirmation together. So we start loud and then we get quieter each time. So in a nice loud speaking voice, you can repeat after me. I will serve God.
I will serve God.
I will serve God
through others.
And
through
by
others.
my service to Him,
And by my service to Him,
release the hold
release the hold
the ego has on me.
the ego has on me.
I am free in God.
I am free in God.
In God, I am free.
In God, I am free.
And now a bit softer in a speaking voice. I will serve God
I will
I will
serve
serve
God
God
through others,
through others.
and by my service to Him,
by my
And by my
service to Him.
service to Him.
release the hold
Release the hold
the ego has on me.
the ego has on me.
I am free in God.
I am free.
in God.
In God, I am free.
In God, I am free.
And now in a whisper, I will serve God through others, and by my service to Him, release the hold the ego has on me. I am free in God. In God, I am free. And now let's mentally repeat this affirmation, just concentrating at the point between the eyebrows where our soul resides, and silently repeat, I will serve God through others, and by my service to Him, release the hold the ego has on me.
Like I said,
I am free in God.
You can tell them it's open.
In God, I am free. And listening to this prayer now, feeling these words within your heart. All that I do, Lord, I do for love of Thee. Accept the flowers of my service to Thee as I place them on Thy altar of omnipresence.
I'm gonna go see if I can still get that gas.
Thank you for everyone's wonderful participation in that. And now we do, it's a weekly reading from Rays of the One Light, Commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita. And this week is 19, yes, The Secret of Right Action. You checking?
I just don't check for you.
We bookmarked it, but okay. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. One of the most famous stories in the Gospels is that of Martha and Mary. Jesus, visiting the home of Martha, was teaching while her sister Mary sat at his feet, absorbing his divine love and wisdom. Martha, meanwhile, busied herself with serving her guests and was upset with Mary for not helping her. "Lord," she cried, "doesn't it matter to you that my sister has left me to do all this serving alone? Please ask her to help me." "Martha, Martha," Jesus answered, "thou art careful and troubled about many things. But one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her." This story is classic, for Martha's complaint is very understandable and not on the surface of it spiritually wrong. Jesus may well have told Mary to get up and help her. We don't really know that he didn't, considerate as he always was of others' needs. But the teaching here doesn't concern the obvious dilemmas of devotees, to work for God or to spend all one's time in prayer. It concerns rather the attitude of the mind. Jesus didn't tell Martha, "Martha, you are doing too much." He told her rather, "You are letting your work affect your inner peace." That was the contrast. Not work versus contemplation, but restless preoccupation versus peaceful absorption under all circumstances. As it says in the Bhagavad Gita, the 2nd chapter, actions performed under the influence of desire are greatly inferior to those which are guided by wisdom. Happiness eludes people when they act from self-interest. Seek shelter, therefore, in the equanimity of wisdom. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Oh,
What a wonderful service that actually falls in Australia on Mother's Day. And so to all the mums in Australia, happy Mother's Day.
it's tomorrow there.
Yeah, it is tomorrow there, Sunday. So happy Mother's Day, and what a joy and what a beautiful expression and service this week on the right action. And really we're doing it to serve Divine Mother. And it made me ponder a little bit of, a little bit about, well, how would Divine Mother want us to live? And we spent a lot of our time praying to Divine Mother and asking for all these little, when you think about them from a Divine Mother perspective, tiny little specks of nothing, I want the right car, I want the right house, I want the right people, I need the right things in life. And it's kind of interesting because ultimately, does Divine Mother really care about those things? Divine Mother really only cares about the return of our love. That's why we're given free will. And it's a little bit crossover into, well, what is the right consciousness? What is the right action in consciousness and ego? So how do we go about our lives and everything that we do? What a wonderful thing. And humorously, what came to my mind around consciousness was, do you remember that little game that used to be called Operation?
Yeah.
And it had the little body parts that were inside, and it had a little electrical zappy part around the outside, and when you started off, you were in there, it was zzz, zzz, zzz. And it made me dawn on me because consciousness is really, really an important part of our evolution and ego. We can't do without it up until the point of freedom. It's a reliant on it. And the free will working with ego is what releases us into the freedom of what we're after. And so if you think about consciousness, another humorous thought came into mind was the old Simpsons, Homer Simpson, where he keeps going back in to get the donut or whatever it is, and he keeps getting zapped. You know?
Hop, hop. Come on, kids. Get the day going.
Hey, Abigail.
Engine and gear.
You go shower and I'm gonna be take it off. You better not.
Do what?
Dancer shoes on.
We'll do this all the time. I got this.
Yeah. You were single then.
What's up, Green Twos? Oh, Jeffrey's back.
No, I gotta stop going. I took the boot off. Now I gotta go and put that tree, my palm tree, in the ground.
I'm looking at the patootie. Bullet Nath. May this cannabis be a blessing to our hearts.
I can hear you. I just can't see the scatter. I'm going to be down in just a minute, though.
You can't see me because I'm trying to dig a hole.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? I can hear you.
Well, you're not going to hear me because I'm digging a hole.
Well, dig a hole, fucker.
You want to dig my hole?
I'm good. Bring your fucker over here. I got you.
Hey, JT Bird. Shiva is the most masculine god, and yet one half of them is woman, split down the middle. 50-50. It's just a symbol. It's just a symbol. It's not. We're not doing math over here. It's too early for that.
Hey, I'm going to go get me some water.
Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. I'm activating my adrenals a little slower today. Yep. This is why we do longer periods of seclusion in Kriya Yoga. We can make adjustments as we go. Make it suit our lifestyle. Yeah. Oh! Fat juicy ribs. I choose you, Lobo. Planet of the Vape Slobo in my right hand. 377 degrees. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. It's right there. Bye, JT. I'll be here later. Like a tick on the YouTube. A mole on the face of YouTube. A tick on the body of YouTube. It's not me generating views, it's YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Based on advertisements, you guys. That's how this all works. Damn, sucker. So we in the back rooms over here, in other words. Don't let them tell you that, though. I mean, like, if they told you were in the back room, it would be a whole different situation. I'm telling you we're in the back. You know what I'm saying. I want to see the palm tree. Oh, she's digging. Oh, yeah. She got a hat on. She's doing a shitty job digging that hole. That's not how you use a shovel, lady. Shout out to Stefan Burns for the Tranquility Tea. He's got a channel on YouTube. Hey, Fold'em. Good morning. Good morning. Stefan Burns. He's your cosmic bro reporting on earthquakes, volcanoes, solar activity. Oh, yeah. What's up, Fold'em in my chat? It's good, buddy. That's good. What's good? Good to see ya. People out here on the YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Servers are on. Internet. If you want your life to be playful, you need a heart full of love, a joyful mind, and a vibrant body. Once the sun dries up my front yard a little bit, I'm gonna go cut that thing down a minute. Yeah. Staying hydrated. Dang. Stoner be saying damn a lot. Stoner saying fucking damn, fucking damn.
I'm actually sweating myself off in the water hose.
What am I doing?
I'm here for it.
Break, break. Not a long break. We're trying to get this shit done.
It's
Talking
wood.
to yourself again?
I'm playing the wood.
You talking to yourself again?
Not really well. Just noodling. That hash has got me, I guess.
I'm here, ain't I? I'm listening.
I don't know what I was
you
doing.
got?
Oh no, I was just singing and then I could think of where I put something.
All right. YouTube, thanks for
Make
having me.
come and dig this hole.
Figure out my next part of my day. Feels like it's something else. We'll see. Peace. And in the live stream here, like I'm saying, my intuition is like, end it here. But I don't know. Is that right? I will end it here.
I almost played a joke.
I
I hooked one up.
no.
You were a hoe.
I get to choose. What about that? My battery's. It's not about the intuition. Wasn't about the live stream. It's about the logo battery.
I know you only want to see me when you're stoned. I'm going to play that song right there. My baby loves me when I'm stoned.
No, I'm saying I'm not that. I don't fucking mind. Like I said, I'm getting old, man.
33 is not. I'm almost 40 and I'm out here filling a fucking hole. And with the fractured foot. And a fractured foot. What you got to say?
Fucking killing it.
Oh, I don't want to hear about all the dough. I don't want to hear it.
I'm saying I'm too old to recover from that. I mean, I could do it.
You're fine. You're just bringing yourself down. You need motivation, sweetheart. got a bitch that'll bring it to you, huh? Just sit there and fall asleep.
Fine, no past to his life, let's take out the website.
Just sit there and look pretty and play with your beard, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, you need to do past you got it on that website.
She's got you, stoner. It's like my soap opera, huh? The new soap opera. I mean, these hits are just coming. Wow. 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 Look at that. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back. Wow. What do you think I got? Ow. Food. Food. I don't eat potatoes. I can't have that. Food. I can't have pasta. Not food, not food. Can have beans. It's somebody's potential food here. It's not my food until I say it's my food, right? It's just potential food. Blackberry jam. And some strawberries. Whatever. Go and give these to the ants. There he is. Found him. He came. He came. I didn't find him. He came. There's a difference. Those are different words. Oh. Man. Hier habe ich mein Spar und dann do not don't give Yes, in his place I asked for the dumbest thing. In his place I asked for the dumbest, most impossible. Most distant extant. I made my needs extant. My boundaries extant. What does extant mean? Love this hash. Mm. Yes, please, more of that. We need to cross our own heart to understand it. Huh? What? I appreciate the volley. I appreciate how you threw it back to me today. Or, I would rather. I mean, it would be nice if you. I can't ask for anything more from you. Probably not fair to ask much more from you on that. And you of me. If we're not going to talk about things, people, or concepts, what are we going to talk about? It's like you're trying to become the most boring man in the room.
Back in, and that's that animal consciousness that we've evolved from. And we all know now with science that there's consciousness in everything. There's consciousness in water. The Buddhists believe if you put water beside your bed and you offer your thoughts before you go to sleep, that the water takes on that consciousness. And you can wake up free of those consciousness. And we know that there's consciousness in plants. Reading Autobiography of a Yogi, there's a spectrum of science behind this consciousness that's in everything. But how do we evolve?
My Kishapon needs more water.
Comes out, well, the bees out there to pollinate. That's their sole job. And then you got to start wondering, well, does that bee fly around and actually just do that? That's their sole purpose in life, and then they pass on. Well, that's that balance of where it is. But that evolution of our own consciousness is kind of an interesting one, because it starts when we start being aware of our consciousness. We're in this delusion for a long time until really we're sick of suffering. And that's the duality of life, isn't it? We're in it, we think I, that's our consciousness. We think that ice cream brings me joy. We think that the sunrise brings me joy. We think that all these
I'm not my dad. Don't tell me I'm my dad.
Sorrow, honestly. And that's a real I consciousness. And so why we're being given free will around this consciousness is that we have the chance to move away from I into unity. So that means whatever I think about affects other people. And then eventually you move into the consciousness of what we all think about creates the consciousness of where we sit. And that is why we have the duality of life, because if it was all roses, we'd all be sitting pretty and we'd all be connecting with God. But we need that awareness to wake us up from that consciousness, from the ground root solidity all the way through to freedom. We're evolving with that consciousness. And it's kind of even a little bit like we did today. There's a wonderful group together today that worked hard in the beautiful Hawaiian countryside with rocks and built the foundations of the new temple that's going in here. And the interesting part about that is it's bricks and mortar. So if you think about the work that goes into bricks and mortar, it's building something that's going to be beautiful. But by itself, it does nothing, does it? So the foundations of what we have really don't mean anything. It's literally a place that
This
we're
whole
going
time
to
it was
be.
about
But what does
destination,
that-
not creation.
What is the elevation? What is the freedom behind that is the consciousness.
As a creative, I don't know what he's saying. I don't think he knows what he's saying.
Consciousness that goes into bricks and mortar, the foundations of the new temple that's going in here, and we're evolving with that consciousness, and then eventually you move into the consciousness of what we all think about creates the consciousness of where we sit. And that is why we have the duality of life, because if it was all roses, we'd all be sitting pretty and we'd all be connecting with God. But we need that awareness to wake us up from that consciousness, from the ground root solidity all the way through to freedom. We're evolving with that consciousness. And it's kind of even a little bit like we did today.
He's speaking about awareness
today that worked hard in the beautiful Hawaiian countryside with rocks and built the foundations of the new temple that's going in here. And the interesting part about that is it's bricks and mortar. So if we think about the work that goes into bricks and mortar, it's building something that's going to be beautiful. But by itself, it does nothing, does it? So the foundations of what we have really don't mean anything. It's literally a place that we're going to be. But what is the elevation? What is the freedom behind that is the consciousness that comes into that place and what we put behind that place. And it's the same with communities. We can build a whole town, if we like, of bricks and mortar, but it's not that builds the community. It's the consciousness, it's the work behind it. And that's what that parable's about. It's about Martha doing all the hard work, but without the consciousness behind service, then it doesn't ultimately mean anything. And what's kind of interesting with that is through this evolution, our dear Guruji, here we go, from Whispers of Eternity, wrote the amazing poem called Samadhi. And I'm only going to take a few parts of Samadhi, but it was suggested by Yogananda that we really memorize this poem about Samadhi. And
help us get there.
to help us know what that freedom's all about. So being that we're talking about ego and consciousness, I thought I'd just take the I part out of samadhi, which is kind of an interesting thing. And you'll start seeing the evolution of the I. And the first I that comes up is, I live without the cosmic shadow, separateness. You think about the shadow is that delusion, the shade that's over us.
Yeah, Yogananda did have this.
Shadow. Then we move to the next I that is in this poem, and it's ever-present, all-flowing I everywhere. So it's recognizing I everywhere, and that could be taken from that egoic place or part of it. But you're starting to recognize that there's lots of I's out there, I everywhere. But if we live in our consciousness, we're still in this separate phase. We're in this separate part of what's happening. We move to the next I, which is I swallowed, transmuted all. We start recognizing that we are one with all. That little ego is actually a part of the greater consciousness. And I'll keep going. The next one is thou art I am thou. Again, it's moving into the consciousness of I and thou are one. Thou art I am thou. And that is, I believe I've captured all the I's in here. Then the last one, second last, the last three lines, eternity and I, one united ray, a tiny bubble of laughter. I am, become the sea of mirth itself. So it's such an amazing journey of the ego when you read this poem and subtly take out that level of consciousness. And, what does that mean? What is the right consciousness? And that right consciousness is putting the energy behind it and recognizing that all that we do is a part of the greater scheme of things, but it's the consciousness that we put in, not doing it for the I, not taking it away from the I, and it's working. And again, it was a beautiful example this morning. We had a group of extremely varied talent in this, but again, everyone shuffled until we worked out this beautiful balance of working. And then the minute we did that, everything started to flow nicely, and we sort of started to achieving. And that is that living in the right moment of what's happening. It's taking away the I and working out what's happening for the greater good, and ultimately recognizing that the I and everything is united.
That's going to go perfect.
And so ultimately, the right attitude is remember God first in all things. And it's kind of simply put, but sort of sums it up. I'll say that again, remember God first in all things that we do.
One of the stories that comes to my mind when we think about service and our attitude of service is this really sweet story where Yogananda was helping a devotee understand this concept from deep within themselves. And this devotee was busy. They were doing kitchen cleanup, preparation. They were chasing after Yogananda, cleaning little things that came up as he served the ashram. And this was at Mount Washington, I believe. And then this woman said that she wanted to have more time to meditate. And he said, okay. And then he gave her more to do in the kitchen. And he gave her more time to be cleaning up after people and other devotees. And she just couldn't believe it. And she said, Master, I want to have more time to meditate. He said, okay, good. And then he gave her more to do in the kitchen and elsewhere. And she started to contemplate, why did Master do this? What is happening? Like, what is this all about? And that's the important moment, right? When the devotee understands that there's a lesson and that they need to absorb that lesson And so she thought about it, and it occurred to her of this story, this exact story of Martha and Mary, and the point that Jesus was making. It's your attitude, dear, not the what you are doing, it's the how you're doing it. And is it with love? Is it with devotion? Is it with the presence of God? Or is it just that restlessness? And I think that especially in this age of energy, this is a really important teaching of Yogananda, because he said that he brought these exercises of energization, of Kriya Yoga, Hongsa, all of these techniques of Om, listening to the sound of Om, all the chanting that we have, even Gayatri mantra that we do, japa, all of these things, we have to remember the lesson to bring them into our day, because everything that we do has a ripple effect. And one of the things that Swamiji said in the beginning of the Yogananda Yoga book was,
and you're sharing
every
it out of that?
movement, do it with the grace of God. And I thought that was so beautiful.
Or something else?
And there are these women that sometimes I would teach chair yoga to, and that doesn't movement can be in any way, right? It's even in the breath we take, it's in the butterflies, it's in the way the doggies come and wag their tails, and they're so completely in the moment, full of joy, and the butterfly is full of
Lester. I'm so thankful for Lester. He just keeps coming back in my thoughts, man. I'm so thankful for him for using process of elimination with me. I'd love to start doing it with you. Hey, Mountmore, I appreciate the comments, the engagement in today. I'm so thankful of Lester. Keeps coming in my thoughts as a teacher of process of elimination. Lester would open the group therapy space and leave it. And as we wove our days, he would sprinkle in concepts. The highest form of thinking. Are like tools. I mean, gifs. I mean, memes are so funny. The way they play on the psychology.
What's up, YouTube? Today we are trying an indoor hemp farm for the very first time. I've been super anxious to make this video. It's not often that we get to try new vendors these days. Arizona, I'm talking about Arc Farms.
I like that. Talk about it. Shabazz is gonna talk about it. Shabazz on the YouTube.